This is Satan from Evig, and in this brand new web series we will explore the possibilities and necessities when it comes to black metal, giving you the tools needed to create your own black metal. Before you can even think about the music, you will have to sort out several issues. First, you need a name for your project. There are many types of names that is viewed as acceptable within black metal. Anything from the Tolkien universe is true. If you do not wish to use a name from the Tolkien universe, then you can go for a Norwegian name, such as Nattegrim or Frostøks. These are also good stage names, but we will come back to that later. Here is a few Norwegian words that might help you make your very own black metal band name. Død, skog, smerte, ensomhet, ulv, is, brann, hat, lik, fortapelse. More words such as these can easily be found using Google Translate, the most reliable source for both Grimm and Norwegian names for your project. If a Norwegian name is not for you, then try an English one, or even in your native tongue. All you need to do is to find two words in your preferred language and put them together, such as Black Frost or Ice Goat. If this approach fails as well, then you can also just make up a word, such as Simorgal or Nerfalg or Volothumgralimi Hexitoth. Just make sure to search through the metal archives to see if anyone else has already taken the name. For this project I will go with Nagtsim. Now that we have selected a name for the project, it is time to find a cool sounding stage name. For this you can simply search on Google for the demonology, and at some point you will find a pretty decent name. If this is not for you, you can also simply try to go with the evilest sounding name that you can come up with, such as Count Moongoat. You can also take that sucker and just run it through Google Translate to get a foreign evil sounding stage name. For this project I will go with Lord Necrofrost. Now that you have all names ready, we can start with the logo. There are also many ways to make a logo. The easiest is to go and find a free font. This is what Birdsum did, so it is an absolutely accepted method of acquiring a logo. You can also draw your own logo. These days there are many ways to do this digitally, but I do not know how to do that, so instead I will demonstrate the old school fashion. So what you need is an old-timey ink pen, some ink and a piece of paper. Dip the pen into the ink and make sure that you always use an excessive amount. Now start to write down your chosen band name while faking Parkinson's disease. If you have problems trying to fake Parkinson's disease, you can also try drinking an excessive amount of caffeine for much the same effect. After you have written the name of your project, it is time to decorate with pentagrams and upside down crosses. Your logo is now complete. Take a picture with a shitty camera and import to your computer. When all of these steps are cleared, we can move over to the most essential part of black metal, creating your image. First of all, we're going to choose a corpse paint. You can of course choose not to wear corpse paint, but I do not recommend to do this before you have released at least 4 full-length albums. When selecting your corpse paint, it is okay to look up some other artists wearing corpse paint. But the corpse paint should come from deep within your soul. It is the face of your new black metal persona after all. To apply the corpse paint, I prefer to use small painting brushes and my fingers. This of course depends on what kind of paint you use and what kind of corpse paint you are going for. Pay no attention to petty nonsense such as symmetry and stuff like that. Make it naturalistic, ugly and despised, not unlike your frostbitten soul. Now that looks pretty good. It is time to take some pictures. For the rest of the outfit, you can of course go with the traditional leather and spikes that everyone uses, although this can be quite expensive. I might make a tutorial on a later point where I show how you can make them pretty cheaply. Of course, you can also, instead of going through all that, you can also just wear jeans and a t-shirt. Of course, not any t-shirt. It has to be a grim underground black metal t-shirt. A t-shirt such as this would simply not do for your black metal outfit. Of course, there are other options such as armor, if that's your kind of thing, or cloaks. Cloaks are always welcomed in black metal. When taking pictures, there are many things that you need to consider, such as what background do you wish to use and do you wish to use any props. You should also use an old camera for this purpose. For a more bursamish feel, you could pose with a weapon in front of a blank wall. If you are a bigger fan of mayhem, you could pose with a candle inside any concrete structure or basement. Perhaps you want to look like Darkthrone, then you need to get to the forest. Remember that all these images will be in glorious black and white. So if your camera does not have a black and white setting, then you must edit this later on your personal computer, or someone else's. It really does not matter. Now that we have promotional pictures, it is time to go online and publish our project to the world. For this you will need a Facebook page and also an email account. For this we will use Gmail from Google. Remember when registering your Gmail account or any mail account that you register it on your stage name and not your real name. You will need to remain anonymous to get extra underground creds. If you need more information on how to create a email account or a Facebook page, please feel free to Google. Remember to publish both the logo and the promo pictures to the Facebook page. Also include very little information other than that you play black metal. We will add more information in the About section once we get a Bandcamp. But leave this pretty blank for now. At this time you are pretty much set to go. At this point you can simply sit back, relax and wait for all the likes to come. The next episode we will discuss how to write, record and release your first demos.